Hi there, I'm Shane Spiers and welcome to another edition of the Summit Interviews, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is Vivienne Neale. Vivienne, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on our show.
Oh, thank you for asking me. It's an absolute pleasure.
Brilliant. For those of you that don't know her, Vivienne is a digital strategist and consultant with a strong track record in content creation. Her ability to fill it messaging and increase conversion is legendary, and it all started instead of simply having a midlife crisis. Brilliant. Vivienne, the title of our interview today is Rebrand, Reinvent, Revive Your Career, and we're 5 minutes for the interview, so I will start the clock.
Right.
So why are the over 40s such an underutilized resource in your opinion?
Well, in the past, if you'd got to over 40, we're looking down the hill and life was kind of going towards, well, maybe I might retire at 50 or 55. Now with retirement ages in the UK at 67 and coming on to 70, and you can imagine a situation where we'll never retire. We just literally drop off the conveyor belt and off we go. And I feel that people need to kind of think again about how they're going to focus on their future career, and that you can't simply say, well, that's it now. No one's going to want me. What can I offer? So you can't roll over and die and think your career is just over because you are 40, 45, 50 plus. So I completely reinvented myself and feel other people could do that too. So I think for me, the whole redundancy, for example, needs a complete rebrand. I mean, if you think about what does redundancy do to a person? I mean, if you look at the word, it says, it's no longer relevant, it's superfluous, no longer needed. So if you see yourself, I am redundant, you tend to live up to that kind of tag then, don't you?
Yeah. And how easy is it to rebrand or do a 360-degree turn?
I suppose it depends the kind of skills you've got and also your approach to life. But actually, there are a lot of people around, and that's not me necessarily. I'm not putting a pitch for me, but there are a lot of services now where there are confidence coaches, people who can say, right, this is what the economy needs. These are the kind of skills that are around. Would you like to retrain? Is there anything about your particular experience that we can repackage and get out there? And maybe, you see yourself as a consultant or, assistant or a trainer or something, because actually the older model are lucky because they've seen, a pre-digital life and post, and so therefore have skills that actually some of the youngsters don't possess at the moment and need.
And how did you go about it? How did you rebrand yourself?
Well, I was a university lecturer. And I was sick to death of actually, this sounds terrible, helping other people fulfill their dreams. And they'd come back and hang on my office door and say, oh, you're still here. Yes, I'm still here. And they had gone off, around the world and had successful careers. And they sort of seemed to think that I wasn't developing. Or maybe that was my perception, really. So I thought, right, okay, I want to earn my living through my creativity. Didn't know how to do that. Lucky enough that we've got lots of freelancing opportunities around now, online versions. And some said, well, why don't you sell your writing? And I said, well, who's going to want to buy anything from me? No, typical. Let's put down the barriers. Let's, roll down the shutters immediately. And somebody said, well, you'll never know if you don't try. So I, made a big sigh and signed up for one of the, freelance agencies and pitched for a job. And I sold my first piece of writing for £6.
Wow. Good for you.
And that was about 9 years ago now. And because I pitched myself so low, because obviously I had to develop a CV and a portfolio and a backtrack record, I had to try and, get as many jobs as I could to create some testimonials. And then I put my prices up.
Yeah. And having gone through that experience, what would you do differently now? What are the shortcuts that you would have taken if you'd known?
I think I would have taken some advice to rebrand myself and put myself out there in a much stronger position, rather than always thinking, oh, is this the right thing? Oh, I'm just not sure. I'm a bit worried about this. And sort of say, look, these are my skills. This is what I do. This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And I can do that now because I have that track record. I've proved things. But obviously, initially, a little bit more self-confidence would have helped.
Right. And then, so what advice would you give anyone thinking about completely overhauling their lives and pursuing long-held ambitions?
I think you have to have the confidence to say, right, this is the moment. And you have to acknowledge it. And even when it doesn't appear to be the moment, not to give up. To actually step backwards and think, okay, this didn't go well. So what lessons am I going to learn from this? I actually use journaling a lot, and I have a special little room, tiny, that I go to and I handwrite, and there's no tech allowed. Not allowed to eat in there, and you're not allowed to take any tech, no phones, nothing like that. And I go in there and I evaluate what's happened, and how I feel about things. And inevitably, when I've gone through that whole process, often new ideas crop up. So when a door has closed, and I think, goodness me, it allows me to kind of blast a hole through the wall in another place, basically.
Brilliant. So, sadly, we've come to the end of the time. Folks, for more resources, check out Vivienne's website, www.vivienneale.com, particularly /your needs, and check out what Vivienne's doing. Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website, www.summitleader.com.